I'm tracing loops of the L in your name. Before we were embers, before we were flame. The paper is yellow, the edges are torn, like the weight of a promise that's weathered and worn. You wrote of a future 3 states to the west. Now I'm just a secret kept deep in your chest. The ink is just fading, blurring like sight, like the way that you sounded on that final night. I'm holding the ghost of a hand I once knew, caught in the middle of outgrowing you. But there's a soft glow in the heart of the blue, finding the strength to start something new. Something new. I remember the stamps and the scent of the tea, when the miles were a bridge, not a deep open sea. We traded our secrets through envelopes sealed, hiding the wounds that have never quite healed. I regret that I waited for seasons to change. Now your handwriting looks so bitter and strange. The ink is just fading, blurring like sight, like the way that you sounded on that final night. I'm holding the ghost of a hand I once knew, caught in the middle of outgrowing you. But there's a soft glow in the heart of the glow, finding the strength to start something new. Checking a mailbox for you anymore. Fading to white, the letters are dry. It's a beautiful last goodbye. I'm shaking the picture, waiting for life to cut through the quiet like a dull kitchen knife. The colors are bleeding, your face is a blur, a memory of someone you no longer were. We used to be vivid, we used to be bright. Now I'm just developing ghosts in the night. I'm looking at Polaroids here in the dark, searching for light or a faint little spark. You're 1,000 miles north of the heart that I broke, and our forever just went up in the smoke. But there's a peace in the shadows, a quiet relief, finding the beauty inside of the grief. I regret every flight that I didn't take, and the sea assuming promises I knew were fake. The border between us grew into a wall. I held on so tight just to watch it all fall. I still keep the film in a box by the bed, living in snapshots of things left unsaid. I'm looking at Polaroids here in the dark, searching for light or a faint little spark. You're 1,000 miles north of the heart that I broke, And not forever just went up in smoke. But there's a peace in the shadows, a quiet relief, finding the beauty inside of the green. Maybe the image is clearer this way, without all the noise of the heat of the day. I'm letting the silver and chemicals dry, learning to live with a final goodbye. Just a shadow turning to gray. I'm okay in the dark. I'm counting the minutes by the frost on the glass, watching the seasons and the satellites pass. 10,000 hours of I'll see you soon, whistling prayers to a different moon. I regret that I measured our love by a clock. Oh, the foundation was starting to rock. We're 10,000 hours of distance and bone, learning to live in a house, not a home. I'm holding the echo of a door as it closed, giving up secrets that nobody knows. But there's a flicker of warmth in the cold of the rain, finding the hope in the heart of the pain. The highway between us is a river of salt. I'm looking for reasons and finding my fault. I remember the coffee and the way that you laughed before we were split, like a sinking wood raft. I stayed for the memory, I stayed for the once, losing myself in the hollow of the moon. Swear 10,000 hours of distance and bone, learning to live in a house, not a home. I'm holding the echo of a door as it closed, giving up secrets that nobody knows. But there's a flicker of warmth in the cold of the rain, finding a hope in the heart of the pain. I'm putting the watch in a box on the shelf, finding the pieces I kept for myself. The breakup was quiet, a soft, heavy thud. Now flowers are blooming in the middle of my 10,000 hours. Finally free, just a whisper left of me. engine is humming a low steady state, but the map on the dashboard is pulling away. I'm watching your silhouette shrink in the glass, counting the seconds as the green signals pass. We said we were stronger than borders and lines, but the distance is heavier than I defined. Now my minutes are turning to miles, and I'm losing the shape of your smiles. I'm holding the ghost of a hand I can't reach, like a message that's washing away on the beach. But there's a soft light in the depth of the blue, learning to breathe without leaning on you. I regret every phone call I cut a bit short. Now I'm a ship that's just missed the last port. We traded our touch for a flickering screen, falling in love with what might have done. The goodbye was quiet, a shift in the air, leaving the scent of your ghost in my hair. Now my minutes are turning to miles, and I'm losing the shape of your smiles. I'm holding the ghost of a head I can't reach, like a message that's washing away on the beach. But there's a soft light in the depth of the blue, learning to breathe without leaning on you. Maybe the road is a bridge to somewhere, even if you aren't waiting for me there. There's a hope in the hurt and a truth in the fall. Better to lose it than not love it all. Minutes into miles, fading in the dark, just a quiet, broken spark. The autumn leaves turn without a word from your side. I'm still keeping secrets, I've got nowhere to hide. The area code on my screen feels like a wall. I'm staring at ghosts in the length of the hall. I regret that I waited for the timing to be right. Now I'm just a shadow in the middle of the night. It's been a year since I heard how you breathe, since you packed up your heart and asked me to leave. I'm holding the silence like a weight in my chest, giving life forever a permanent rest. But there's a quiet beauty in the way that I bend, finding a hope at the edge of the end. I passed by the cafe where we planned out our lives, and memory stings like 1,000 small knives. We were a bridge that the ocean claimed back, watching the colors all fade into black. I held on too long to an hand that let go, buried in layers of digital snow. It's been a year since I heard how you breathe, since you packed up your heart and danced me to leave. I'm holding the silence like a weight in my chest, giving off forever a permanent rest. But there's a quiet beauty in the way that I bend, finding the hope at the edge of the end. The seasons don't wait for the heart to be ready. I'm finding my balance, I'm finally steady. The regret is a lesson, the sorrow is air. I'm breathing again now that you aren't there. 1 year later, the silence is kind. I'm leaving the you we didn't speak behind. I'm scrolling through years in the palm of my hand, while the miles turn out forever to sand. You're a blue dot location I no longer track, a bridge in the distance that I can't walk back. I regret that I lived for the vibration of sound instead of the way your feet touched the ground. We're just digital ghosts in a flickering light, haunting the wires in the middle of the night. I'm holding the echo of a heart I can't see, caught in the date of who we used to be. But there's a soft glow in the end of the line, finding the hope that I'll finally be mine. I remember the laughter through a pixelated screen, and the miss you texts, and at 3:17 we built our whole world on a wireless stream. Now we're just drifting on a different stream. I held on too long to a signal that died, with the suitcase of some days I kept by my side. We're just digital ghosts in a flickering light, haunting the wires in the middle of the night. I'm holding the echo of a heart I can't see, caught in the dead of who we used to be. But there's a soft glow in the end of the line, finding the hope that I'll finally be mine. The delete button trembles beneath my thumb, the silence is loud and my fingers are numb. But the space in the memory is making room for flowers that haven't quite started to bloom. Disconnecting, the screen is black. I'm finally not looking back. I'm curtain the scenes where we laughed in the rain, but the software won't cover the source of the pain. You're a face in the corner of a blurry-edged frame, 1,000 miles south of the sound of my name. I regret that I waited for some other day, while the color in our story was washed into gray. They're the memories I just can't edit out, the ghost of a maybe, the weight of a doubt. I'm holding the signal of a bridge we both crossed, counting the pieces of everything lost. But there's a soft light in the blur of the lens, finding the hope where the heartache ends. I kept every ticket and the notes in the box, but time is a river that breaks through the locks. We built our whole life on a long-distance call. Now I'm just a witness to the rise and the fall. I held on too tight to a hand I couldn't reach, like a lesson that only the distance can teach. They're the memories I just can't edit out, the ghost of a maybe, the weight of a doubt. I'm holding the signal of a bridge we both crossed, counting the kisses of everything lost. But there's a soft light in the blur of the lens, finding the hope where the heartache ends. The screen goes to black, but the feeling remains. I'm letting the signs wash over the stains. The regret is a teacher, the sorrow is real, but the cracks in the glass are beginning to heal. I'm let it hear the raw truth. I'm finally leaving you. I'm walking the streets that I knew by myself, putting your sweaters back up on the shelf. The coffee is bitter, the morning is cold, like a story we started but never quite told. I regret that I made you my only home. Now I'm learning the map of the seeds I have sown. I'm searching for a life before you were there, before I breathed in the scent of your hair, across the state lines and the miles of regret. I'm holding the ghost of a song that is set, but there's a soft glow in the wake of the blue, finding a version of me without you. hearts to a flickering screen, caught in the static of what lies between. I remember the laughter, the see you at 10, before the goodbye became not again. I held on too long to a hand that was gone, waiting for daylight in a world with no dawn. I'm searching for a life before you were there, before I breathed in the scent of your hair, across the stain lines and the miles of regret. I'm holding the ghost of a sun that is set, but there's a soft glow in the wake of the blue, finding a version of me without you. Silence is heavy, but the weight makes me strong. I'm finding the place where I finally belong. And nostalgia is beautiful, a memory is art, but I made no holes in a weary heart. Before you, the world was still wide. I'm coming back to myself. The floorboards are cold where we used to dance. Now I'm just a witness to a ghost of a chance. 300 miles of highway and rain separate the pleasure from the source of the pain. I regret that I waited for the world to align, while the years were just stealing your hand out of mine. It's the weight of yesterday, heavy and deep, the promises made that we couldn't quite keep. I'm holding the echo of a heart I once knew, caught in the shadow of outgrowing you. But there's a soft silver line in the gray of the sky, finding the hope in a final goodbye. I remember the laughter in the middle of June, before we were whistling a different tune. We built our whole life on a long distance thread. Now I'm just rereading the things that we said. I held on too long to a bridge that had burned, watching the lessons that I never quite learned. It's the weight of yesterday, heavy and deep, the promises made that we couldn't quite keep. I'm holding the echo of a heart I once knew, caught in the shadow of outgrowing you. But there's a soft silver line in the gray of the sky, finding the hope in a final goodbye. weight is lifting, the road is clear. I'm finally not staying here. The train left the station while I tied my shoe, a metaphor for every I missed you too. 3 years of planning for a moment of touch, but the distance we carried was always too much. I'm standing on the platform with a heart full of lead, replaying the things that I should have just said. I'm just a second too late to the life we once knew, caught in the window of outgrowing you. Across the state lines and the miles of regret, I'm chasing the ghost of a sun that has set. But there's a soft glow in the wake of the blue, finding the hope in a version of me without you. I remember the laughter through a crackling phone, the loneliest sound that I've ever known. We built our whole world on a wireless dream. Now we're just drifting on a different stream. I regret that I waited for the timing to be right. Now I'm just a shadow in the middle of the night. I'm just a second too late to the life we once knew, caught in the window of outgrowing you. Across the state lines in the mouth of regret, I'm chasing the ghost of a sun that has set. But there's a soft glow in the wake of the blue, finding the hope in a version of me without you. The clock on the wall is finally still. I'm letting you go against my own will. And nostalgia is beautiful, and memories are. I'm mending the holes in a weary on the second wave, the platform is bare. I'm finally breathing new air. I'm looking at the clock, but the hands never move. Stuck in the ghost of a rhythm in the groove. 500 miles in a static-filled line was the border I drew between your heart and mine. I regret that I waited for the seasons to shift while we were both caught in a slow-motion drift. It's a timeless regret, a heavy dark blue, the space in the bed that was meant for you. I'm holding the echo of a bridge we both burned, from all of the lessons I never quite learned. But there's a soft glow in the salt of my tears, finding the hope in the ghost of our years. I remember the laughter in the airport hall before we were reduced to a phantom call. We built our whole world on a wireless dream. Now we're just drifting on a different stream. I held on too long to a hand I couldn't feel, protecting a wound that refused to heal. It's a timeless regret, a heavy dark blue, the space in the bed that was meant for you. I'm holding the echo of the bridge we both burned, from all of the lessons I never quite learned. But there's a soft glow in the soles of my tears, finding the hope in the ghost of our years. Maybe the ending isn't going to lie, a way to get through the longest of nights. The nostalgia is beautiful, the memory is art. I'm mending the cracks in a weary heart. Timeless, the ticking is done. I'm finally becoming the sun. The snow is melting into a river of gray. I'm still leaning back against the ghost of that day. 400 miles of asphalt and cold. Between me, I love you, and the stories we told. I regret that I measured our heartbeats in miles, while the distance was stealing the warmth of our smiles. It's the first of the seasons without your smile. I've been lost in the winter for more than a while. I'm holding the echo of a door as it closed, giving up secrets that nobody knows. But there's a soft glow in the salt of my tears, finding the hope in the ghost of our years. I remember the laughter in the middle of May, before the some days just drifted away. We built our whole world on a telephone line, trading your morning for the shadow of mine. I held on too long to a hand that let go, buried in layers of digital snow. It's the first of the seasons without your smile. I've been lost in the winter for more than a while. I'm holding the echo of a door as it closed, giving up secrets that nobody knows. But there's a soft glow in the salt of my tears, finding the hope in the ghost of our years. Nostalgia is beautiful, the memory is art. I'm mending the cracks in a weary heart. Without your smile, the sun's coming out. I'm finally letting the doubt die. The coffee's cold and the sunlight is thin. I'm tracing the map of where we began. 600 miles of a flickering screen, and the ghost of a person I haven't quite seen. I regret every silence that grew like a weed, while I sowed all the sorries I didn't quite need. It's a slow motion heartbreak, a quiet goodbye, a heavy dark blue in a wide open sky. I'm holding the signal of a bridge we both crossed, naming the pieces of everything lost. But there's a soft glow in the depth of the ache, finding the hope in the heart that you break. I remember the laughter in the airport gate, before we were reduced to a standby and late. We built our whole world on a telephone line, trading your morning for the shadow of mine. I held on too long to a hand that was air, leaving my heart in the wish you were there. It's a slow motion heartbreak, a quiet goodbye, a heavy dark blue in a wide open sky. I'm holding the signal of the bridge we both crossed, naming the pieces of everything lost. But there's a soft glow in the depth of the ache, finding the hope in the heart that you break. The video freezes on the familiar face. I'm finally learning to give myself space. The nostalgia is beautiful, the memory is art. I'm mending the cracks in a weary heart. In slow motion, your picture is clear. I'm finally staying here. The dust is settling on the glass of your face, a captured moment in an empty space. 900 miles of a frozen screen view. I'm still wearing the sweater I borrowed from you. I regret that I waited for the right time to fly, while the distance was draining the blue from the sky. I'm frozen in the frame of one last night, chasing the shadow of a flickering light across the state lines and the miles of this. I'm holding the edge of a heart-shaped cliff, but there's a soft glow in the wake of the blue, finding a version of me without you. I remember the laughter in the middle of May, before all the some days just drifted away. We built our whole world on a telephone line, trading your money for the shadow of mine. I held on too long to a hand that was there, leaving my heart and I wish you were there. I'm frozen in the frame of it one last night, chasing the shadow of a flickering light across the state lines and the miles of this. I'm holding the edge of a heart-shaped cliff, but there's a soft glow in the wake of the glow, finding a version of me without you. Finding a version. Oh, the glass is cracking, but the picture is clear. I'm finally brave enough to leave you here. The nostalgia is beautiful, the memory is art. I'm mending the holes in a weary heart, frozen no more. The picture is dry. I'm finally saying the clouds are heavy with the things I didn't say. 1,000 miles of storm between us and the day. I'm watching the droplets race down the cold glass, waiting for the ache of your memory to pass. I regret that I called her just to hear the rain, instead of the silence that was flooding our life. It's a midnight rainfall washing the street, the sound of a promise we couldn't quite meet. I'm holding the echo of a bridge that was drowned, searching for pieces that'll never be found. The bells a soft rhythm in the gloom of the sky, finding the hope in a final goodbye. I remember the coffee and the heat of your hand, before all our some days turned into the sand. We built our whole world on a wireless spark. Now I'm just a shadow in the middle of the dark. I held on too long to a storm that was through, drowning in colors that always were you. It's a midnight rainfall washing the street, the sound of a promise we couldn't quite meet. I'm holding the echo of a bridge that was drowned, searching for pieces that'll never be found. But there's a soft rhythm in the bloom of the sky, finding the hope in a final goodbye. The thunder is quiet, the lightning is gone. I'm finally waking to the scent of the dawn. And nostalgia is beautiful, and memory is art. I'm mending the holes in a weary heart. Rainfall is ending, the pavement is dry. I'm finally clearing the sky. The stars are too bright for a heart this heavy. I'm breaking the banks of a long-distance levee. 700 miles of a cloudless night, and I'm still reaching out for a flicker of light. I regret that I called you to tell you the news, when all we had left were the things we could lose. I'm shivering under a clear, open sky, tracing the hello in a final goodbye. I'm holding the echo of a warmth I once knew, caught in the frost of outgrowing you. But there's a soft silver in the depth of the dark, finding the hope in a dying spark. I remember the kitchen and the steam from the tea, before the horizon took you from me. We built our whole world on a satellite beam. Now I'm just waking from a long distance dream. I held on too tight to a ghost in the air, leaving my shadow and wish you were there. I'm shivering under a clear, open sky, tracing the hello in a final goodbye. I'm holding the echo of a warmth in the depth of the dark. I'm finding the hope in a dying spark. The air is so still, I can hear my own breath. I'm finally facing this beautiful death. The nostalgia is medicine. The memories act. I'm mending the cracks in a weary heart under the sky. The shivering stars. I'm finally letting the curtain drop. The sky is a bruise that refuses to break, just like the goodbye that I couldn't quite take. 1,200 miles of a cloud-heavy view. I'm still keeping dinner for a version of you. I regret that I waited for the lightning to strike, when the distance was something we didn't quite like. It's just thunder without any rain, the sound of the heartache but none of the stain. I'm holding the echo of a bridge that was dry, tracing the wire in a wide open sky. But there's a soft light in the depth of the gloom, finding the space in a quieted room. I remember the porch and the heat of the July, before we were reduced to a miss you and high. We built our whole world on a satellite tower, counting the minutes of a digital hour. I held on too tight to a storm that was ghost, loving the ghost that I needed the most. It's just thunder without any rain, the sound of the heartache but none of the stain. I'm holding the echo of a bridge that was dry, tracing the wire in a wide open sky. But there's a soft light in the depth of the gloom, finding the space in a quieted room. The pressure is lifting, the air is so clear. I'm finally brave enough to leave you here. The nostalgia is medicine, the memory is art. I'm mending the holes in a weary heart. Thunder is fading, the sky is so blue. I'm finally washing off you. Thunder is fading, the sky curtains are heavy, the morning is gray. I'm still leaning back against the ghost of that day. 800 miles of a cloud-heavy view. I'm still wearing the sweater I borrowed from you. I regret that I waited for the right time to fly, while the distance was draining the blue from the sky. Oh, the sun forgot to shine on our side, with nowhere left for the heartache to hide. I'm holding the echo of the bridge we both crossed, naming the pieces of everything lost. But there's a soft glow in the depth of the ache, finding the hope in the heart that you break. I remember the laughter in the middle of May, before all the Sundays just drifted away. We built our whole world on a telephone line, trading your morning for the shadow of mine. I held on too long to a hand that was there, leaving my heart and I wish you were there. Oh, the sun forgot to shine on our side, with nowhere left for the heartache to hide. I'm holding the echo of a bridge we both crossed, naming the pieces of everything lost. But there's a soft glow in the depth of the ache, finding the hope in the heart that you is lifting, the air is so clear. I'm finally brave enough to leave you here. And nostalgia is medicine, the memory is art. I'm living the holes in a weary heart. Without you, the skyline is shifting in a pale shade of blue. I'm looking for shapes that remind me of you. Two different cities, but the same lonely air. I'm reaching for hands that are no longer there. I regret every later and every not yet. Now I'm just trading my breath for regret. I'm just chasing clouds in a wide open space, trying to find the soft lines of your face. The distance is a mountain I can't seem to climb, caught in the wreckage of losing our time. But there's a gold border on the edge. the grave, finding the hope in a new kind of day. I remember the kitchen and the steam on the blast before we let all of the forevers pass. We built our whole world on a satellite beam. Now I'm just waking from a long distance dream. I held on too tight to a ghost in the sky, feeding a love that was destined to die. I'm just chasing clouds in a wide open space, trying to find the soft lines of your face. The distance is a mountain I can't seem to climb, caught in the wreckage of losing our time. But there's a gold border on the edge of the grave, finding the hope in a new kind of day. The wind is finally changing its tone. I'm learning to walk on this earth all alone. And nostalgia's medicine and memory is art. I'm mending the cracks in a weary heart. Clouds are drifting, the sky's so clear. I'm finally not staying here. The water is barely touching my knees, but I'm gasping for air in the slightest of breeze. 1,000 miles of ocean in a tiny glass, watching the ghosts of our forever past. I regret that I stayed in the safety of shore, while the waves of your distance were pounding my door. I'm drowning in the shallows of a love that ran dry, tracing the why in a wide open sky. I'm holding the echo of a bridge that was thin, losing the battle before I begin. But there's a soft light in the salt of the deep, finding the promises I'm ready to keep. I remember the kitchen and the heat of the tea, before the horizon took you from me. We built our whole world on a satellite beam. Now I'm just waking from a long distance dream. I held on too tight to a hand made of sand, trying to build on a sinking land. I'm drowning in the shadows of a love that ran dry, tracing the wild in a wide open places I'm